welcome to Dialogue with Deidre. I'm your host, Deidre Malone. This is the Carter Malone Network. Today's show is a special tribute to a dear friend, Tennessee State Representative G.A. Hardaway, a part of the early morning crew. He passed last week, and so the early morning crew is here today to talk about our friend, and we've got plenty of stories. Dr. Johnson Saulsberry is a part of the early morning crew, and of course, Gale Jones Carson is a part of the early morning crew. And so, gentlemen, ladies, how y'all doing?
We good.
Fine,
We kind of
fine.
good.
We're not good. We're not good.
I say we good, but we not good.
We're really not good.
I'm like sick.
I know.
I'm just sick. We got our call. He passed at 5:22 and we got our call right before 6 o'clock.
Yeah,
It's just
it's hard.
very hard. I mean, he's just like a brother to us.
Right.
A brother, more than just a friend, but just a brother.
And so let's spend some time talking about our early morning conversations. But before we do that, Doc, I want everybody to see I have like Tennessee Blue books here on the table. And GA would bring boxes of blue books to the office because I think he believed that this office was his satellite office.
I knew he believed.
And so he would just text me and say, hey, I've got an interview coming. I'll be over there at so-and-so time. And then we have plenty of the proclamations. Some people have not picked up their proclamations, but stacks of proclamations. Gale Jones Carson.
He got this a Hamilton class of 1969. That's probably why I did not pick it up, because I did not graduate to many years later. I don't even know where he got that from.
I think you need to clarify that you may have been retained. So
I'm like, he got Hamilton class of 1960. Was I even born then?
Yes, you were.
You were.
Yes,
Yeah, you were born.
Yeah, you were
Y'all
born.
think I was? I don't know.
Yeah, you were born.
Okay.
So just
that's
wanted
a lot
to
of retention, 69 to 73.
Johnson, just want to acknowledge that the Carter Malone Group office was Representative Hardaway's satellite office. You know, his constituents don't matter. His constituents would come here and say Representative Hardaway said to come here and drop something off. We had interns that were state legislative interns that worked here at the Carter Malone Group. And so whatever Representative Hardaway needed to be done, we would take care of it for him. So, Gale, you've known him longer, I think, than Johnson and I have. How far back did you go with Rep?
So I met him when I was a freshman at Christian Brothers College, and he was a sophomore. I just want everybody to know he's older than me.
Was that in 69?
Yeah, he gonna get a whooping. He gonna get a whooping after the show and get my grandmama's belt. But yeah, I met GA. I mean, he's just one of those kind of people that you meet and you know he doesn't go away. And so he in a couple of years transferred to then Memphis State. And after 2 years at Christian Brothers, I transferred to then Memphis State because at that time, Christian Brothers didn't have degrees in journalism nor communications. And I wanted to major in journalism, so I transferred to Memphis State. He was there. And whatever life he was doing, even before he was an elected official, GA always, found a way to have you doing work for him. Well, in one panel, he would say, Gale, I call and say, Gale, I need you to call so-and-so. I need you to do so. And I would just stop doing whatever I was doing to do what he wanted me to do. And so one day I asked myself, now, Gale, why are you just doing this for GA? He ain't paying you. And so I stopped. But that was only for a little while. Like when I was at Federal Express when it hit me. I was working at Federal Express when it hit me. That this man keep calling me, giving me orders, and I'm just not even thinking, just doing whatever he asked. And so when this happened, y'all, he would call all the time. He always called me Gale Jones Carson. He called early in the morning, and actually with the early morning crew, he would call at 5 o'clock in the morning. And just because I'm awake didn't mean I wanted to talk. And so I would tell him that what you want, and then he would say, I got Johnson on the phone. Get Deidre on the phone. Because then he know.
And that would be the start of the early morning crew.
That would be the start of the early morning crew.
Well, he would say, Deidre didn't answer the phone yet.
And Deidre answered the phone, so he had me call Deidre, and Deidre gonna answer for me because I call her at 5 o'clock in the morning. She know it's important, and she need to wake up, get up, whatever, because I ain't calling her no 5 o'clock in the morning, so it's important. So she didn't answer for him. Here's a Gale, get Deidre, and he had Johnson on there to let me know that we finna have this conversation. And it started out kind of smoothly after I get him straight about calling us that early in the morning. And then him and Johnson to get into it, and Deidre always was a diplomat, and we of course.
Well,
Deidre,
she had to be. He was her client.
he wasn't paying her nothing.
You couldn't tell. She was always the peacemaker.
And then Deidre was always the first one to get off because I ended up having to go off on Johnson and GA depending on the subject.
I had to go to work.
Then eventually I have to slam the phone down on them. But because you end up, Johnson and GA be getting into it. I was reading some text messages earlier. And so GA was just
Please
saying.
don't.
We don't need to read those text messages.
One thing he did say, I don't treat Deidre and Gale like I treat you. That's what he said in one of the text messages I was reading. And so I just, we got so many good memories with GA. We got so many crazy text messages. And I want to play this. Look, y'all, so
Can Johnson talk?
Can you talk, Johnson?
I can talk, I can walk, I can eat, I can read.
You can read.
I can do all those things.
Oh, okay.
But I want
play
you
my
to,
voicemail
I want
later.
you to play your voicemail first.
Okay, so I don't delete all of my voicemails. And one reason I don't delete them because people will say, well, I called and left a message. No, you can't leave no message because my messages are full. And so I did a text because I miss hearing my friend's voice. To see, I went through my voice messages to see if he had left any message, if I had any. And I found 2.
And hold it up to the mic.
Okay, and this one, of course, he was calling, giving me orders. So let me see what it say. Let me see. I got to turn it up.
It's on Monday, 10 o'clock.
Let me start it over. Because it's...
Carson, Hardaway hit me. I need you at the press conference on Monday, 10 o'clock at the regional 1. And it's in regards to Look Twice, Save a Life, opening the motorcycle riding season. And specialty license plate. 901, 949, 1000.
Okay.
Carson, Hardaway.
That's it. So anyway, he was always giving us orders. So you see, he left that message. He expected me to be there 10 a.m. Monday, no matter what I was doing, no matter what was going on in my life. And when Johnson heard it, said, and you showed up. But Johnson, I don't know if I did because this call was in April 2024. I was no longer riding motorcycles. I was riding motorcycles up through 2022. So I probably didn't show up because
Too much information, Johnson.
Is it too much information?
Yes.
No, we like to hear that you ride motorcycles.
But I haven't ridden a motorcycle since 2022. Thank
I
you
still
very
got
much.
my motorcycle. You can come ride.
No, I'm not interested.
Is it my motorcycle or me?
might be both.
OMG.
All right, Johnson, go on. It's your turn.
You know, I was a little smarter than you. He called, and I let it go to voicemail to find out what he wanted. If he wanted to do an early morning crew call, I'd call him right back.
Oh.
But if it was a demand to
Well,
tell
it's
me to be
always demand.
someplace, we're going to lunch on Tuesday. I call him, GA, you don't make our schedule?
Yeah, he would expect us to stop doing what we were doing to go to lunch when he wanted to. And, I mean, it's just like our life was supposed to be centered around his life.
What it really was.
It really was.
It really was.
Deidre, I want to do a news conference. Blah, blah, blah. Can you coordinate it? I'm not the president of the NAACP anymore. GA,
Yeah, but
you
you was
need
the
to call
first
Van.
person.
You need to call Kermit.
Yeah, but
you need
you
to call somebody else. It's not me.
I bet she did that press conference.
Yeah, I probably did.
You know, the best thing about GA, he could pick. He could pick with me. And it's not too many people that can pick. We would spend at least 3 minutes laughing after picking at one another.
Yeah.
He was just that kind of friend.
But Johnson, what was the one thing that y'all got into it about the most?
That you were gonna fight him about.
At
The church?
Yeah, at the church.
It was a breakfast, and
Did it have something to do with a woman?
It did. It did. Names we won't call, but it was.
It had something to do with but see, that's the difference between men and women. If it had something to do with a man, the women would probably be enemies for a lifetime. But y'all got through it, and y'all was friends for many years, even though many of our early morning talks ended up with y'all getting into it about that female.
About two.
Not one, but two.
No, his lawyer was my lawyer. And how he demanded us to be at a certain place, he demanded to see her at the same time I wanted to see her. You need to make another appointment. You're not that busy. You're not that important yet. So those are the only two women.
No, but that was the lawyer. So tell us about the other woman.
Oh, we don't do that.
We don't.
No.
Men don't do that.
No.
Just realized that it went down in a church.
It went down in the church. Did y'all get to fighting?
Close to it.
In the church?
In the church.
Oh, my God.
Integrity was at stake.
Integrity was at stake.
Yes.
Okay, so who won with the woman?
We're still friends. If I hadn't won, we wouldn't have been friends.
GA, you heard that, GA? Get him, GA.
We were talking the other morning, and I said, Gale, I'm going to tell Deidre what I have on my obituary. And she
oh,
said,
my God. This is so terrible. Y'all, this is terrible.
I did not tell her, Johnson, I did not tell her what you have on there. On my order of service, at the top, it has, GA cannot speak. He talks too long, and you cannot have the last word standing over my body. Now I got to go and change my obituary and my order of service because he died first. Ain't that something?
Lord. I just could not. That was so awful. And GA,
We were looking forward to telling him that, though, too.
Yeah, but I don't think we would have been able to stop GA from speaking at your service, no matter what you had in your obituary.
Would have. They had strict orders.
The pastor?
Strict orders.
He done said the man can't speak at his funeral. Well, he won't be speaking at your funeral. He gonna be thinking about us, and we're gonna be thinking about him. But hopefully we won't be going to your funeral no time soon.
Hopefully.
Okay.
But we do know tomorrow not promise. We do know that.
We do.
We did not expect this from GA.
No.
We just did not. Okay. So do we want to call?
I do have to say this.
Okay.
When I was deathly ill, GA came to the hospital every day and fed me.
He did?
Yes, he did.
You didn't tell me
that's
that.
That's the kind of friend he was.
Yeah, that's
you told me. Yeah. I know about your other folks. Did he have to fight other people feeding you? Because you got some loyal folks who come.
I do.
You have. I mean, this man right here. When he's sick.
Ambassadors.
Women. I mean, GA the first man.
Show.
Look,
that's another show.
That's another show.
That's a whole nother show.
All ages,
don't
y'all.
Tell all the tea.
Don't tell all the tea. Don't tell all the tea on
Johnson. This is about GA, not Johnson today. We got plenty of tea over here.
Okay,
this is a whole nother show.
That's a whole nother show about Johnson.
When you're loved and you're filled with the Spirit, people should come and comfort you.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
They should, but a lot of times they don't.
So before
I have them coming to comfort me.
Before
we know.
Before we call the kids, 2 stories.
Okay, 2 story D.
When we were when the Carson Malone Group office was at the Union location. What was the name of that building? Cotton Exchange. Jay was running for re-election, and they redistricted him. Remember, he was he 92, and then they
changed it to 93,
where he had to go up against Mike Cornell. And so
because they cut out one of the districts, which means the Democrats had to run against each other. We lost a seat.
So I remember sitting in my office, sitting at the table. He's sitting across from me, and we were designing a direct mail piece for him. There was a whole bunch of people who were no longer with us in this mail piece. And I said to Rep, why are you putting these people in your mail piece? Oh, no, Deidre, people are going to appreciate that. They're family. I just remember he dropped the piece. Congressman Cohen, Mike Cornell, and Steve Mulroy did a news conference. And they came hard against Rep. He called me, he said, what should I do? I said, have your own news conference. He had his own news conference.
I remember that, dear. I remember that. I was there.
And he won.
Like I said, he won. He sure did. And did he win by a wide margin?
He did.
Yeah,
For
he
20
did.
years, he had to be doing a lot right. Not something right, a lot right.
Because when you look across social media, when Jesse Jackson passed, all over social media you saw people posting pictures they had taken with Jesse Jackson, conversations they had with him. And when GA passed, I'm telling you, when you look all over social media, that is what you see, the love, the pictures with GA. People call him the people's representative. He truly was.
He was.
He worked us to death, but he was the people's representative. And GA was the kind of person, I tell folks all the time, you can't beat him working. He's going to be up at 5 o'clock at your door. Just like he was calling us at 5 o'clock. He'd be out there in the streets at 5 a.m. working.
Gale,
that's GA.
He was a black man that wasn't afraid
he wasn't
to have
afraid.
an opinion. And that's what I remember when I was running for county mayor the last time, and he was doing churches with me. And he's sitting on this side. Congressman Cohen sitting on this side. Mm-hmm. Congressman Cohen asked me where we were going. Mm-hmm. GA was like, you going to tell him where we going? I'm like, GA, the congressman is just trying to figure out where we're going. It's not a big deal. You don't need to tell nobody where you're going. Okay. You just need to go. So he was that kind of guy. Didn't have a problem standing up for you, fighting for you. If he was in the trenches with you, he was in the trenches with you.
So speaking of the trenches and him fighting for folks, so my granddaughter, Jasmine Carson, NCAA champ, all that stuff.
LSU,
all of that. So she did go to school in Memphis through the 11th grade. So one school that she was playing for, and I ain't going to call the school name because I ain't going to blame the school for the coach's action. Jasmine wanted to transfer schools. Well, at that time, is it the TSAA, the state that have rules for the players, basketball players? So I think they had a rule that you couldn't transfer. So Jasmine wanted to transfer. The coach didn't want her to transfer her, so he reported her. And so she would not have been able to play. And it would have been a state organization, GA. They messing with Jasmine. This coach over here trying to stop her from playing. He got on the case right away. And so she was able to transfer. And later, whatever the rule or the policy was, at that time it was changed so that student athletes could transfer at least one time. But the coach was being dirty and low down because he didn't want Jasmine to leave. But anyway, GA jumped in right away, both feet, and helped Jasmine. She transferred, and her transfer later benefited many athletes in the state of Tennessee.
I just want to know, was the coach white? Was the coach white?
No, coach. No, I don't think. What school was he at?
No, the coach.
Her coach.
Her coach.
That's what I'm saying.
Was he white?
Oh no, he was black man.
Yeah,
this was a black man. This one.
Mm-hmm.
This coach was black.
Okay.
But he didn't know Gale Jones Carson was her grandmother, and that I wasn't gonna lay down.
Hardaway was her representative.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah. And that he was Lorraine Jones, my mother's representative, who he loved to death. That was Jasmine's grandmother. Yeah, that was her great grandmother. I'm her grandmother.
All right, Gale. We're gonna call
the children. Willis, who is they call him TJ now, but his name is Willis. And I've been knowing his children before they were born, so I did.
We got 10 minutes.
So they were born after 69.
Whatever. Well, they're saying FaceTime. I ain't trying to FaceTime.
You got your makeup on. You look good. You can FaceTime.
Oh, I guess I could, but I'm just saying. I don't want to FaceTime.
So now we're 3. We're no longer 4. We're going to stay 3?
We're going to stay 3.
Well, for a while, because I can't handle none of this right now.
Yeah.
Come on, Willis. TJ. Hey, TJ.
Hey, how's it going?
We good. This is Deidre,
hey, TJ,
and Johnson and Gale, the early morning crew without your dad.
Okay. Awesome. Good to meet you guys. Well, good to talk to you guys again.
Good to talk to you too. We're taping our show now, just remembering fun stories about your dad. So.
Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah, the most important thing, you need to know that we are live.
But TJ, that only really matters that they have to let Gale know we lie, cause I do cuss up sometimes, and they thought they was gonna trick me today.
I'll watch what I say. I definitely got to be more attentive to what I say.
Well, we're sitting here with our early morning crew mugs, a picture of the early morning crew. And TJ, just so you know, my office was like the satellite office for your daddy. So I got all these blue books and proclamations that people didn't pick up.
Of course, the blue books.
Yeah. So I did remind TJ last night that many years ago, when Salute to Fatherhood was started by Myron Lowry and myself, that his father, G.A., was one of the inspirations for us starting it, because I knew personally a number of men who were very, very good fathers, and G.A. always came to mind. So he was inspiration and motivation for us to start the Salute to Fatherhood, where we honored and recognized good fathers in our community. So I know that he loved you all, that he was an excellent father. Excellent to the extent of whatever he considered to be excellent, but I know he poured into you all. He worked on laws that impacted dads. Yeah. So we appreciate the image that he. As a matter of fact, he even got a Salute to Fatherhood award from us one year with your husband.
He did with Pat. He sure did.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So tell us, what was it like growing up with your dad?
I can say something. I could talk about my dad all day, but it's powerful to know what the relationship between children and their father actually is, especially being older and being more understanding of what he had in mind. Because for the longest time, you try to ask advice, but the truth is you have to watch and learn. A lot of what we ingested was based on observation. The way he carried himself, the way he talked to people. But it is worth noting that he's probably a lot more intense as a father than he is as a politician. And based off of what I know, that's saying a lot.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, he just wanted perfection for you all. He wanted the best for you all.
Absolutely, yeah. And we understand that, being older, that he wanted perfection, and as unachievable as it is to be perfect, the pursuit is what mattered.
And there were a lot of young men that he mentored and guided and directed, and my son was one of them. And when Brian, my son, got the call, he just, he had his emotional moment, and the first thing he said, Mom, he was just like an uncle to me, and G.A. took him under his wings when Brian entered the political arena. And one of the things he told Brian that I won't forget, he talked about how important it was to be dressed nice every day. He said, Brian, when you're in the political arena, the constituents expect you to look nice. And he told Brian, you need to wear a suit every day. That was GA.
There's a lot to be said. Yeah, there's a lot to be said about first impressions and letting people know that you respect yourself so they'll respect you. There's a lot to be said about that for sure. And he definitely emphasizes that on a daily basis.
Well, TJ, let me tell you a story about one of the last conversations I had with your dad. And my son Patrick is here, and he was sitting there when I had the conversation. I think we were talking about something, and I was trying to check him. And what he said to me was, "Have you had your coffee yet?"
Getting her straight.
That was him getting me straight. Okay, and so only a good friend could check me like that and get away with it.
And Gale would be one of those people.
Gale, G.A., and Johnson. And so my son was there, and he was cracking up. He and Tasha were there, and they were cracking up, and they went and got me some coffee. And so, but that's the kind of guy he was. He could have a conversation with you. Of course, give orders
all the time.
He thought he could boss all of us around except Johnson. But Gale and Deidre, for sure, he could boss around.
And let me tell you why he couldn't boss Johnson. Because Johnson is short, and short men, they ready to fight every 5 minutes.
TJ, I'm going to be very transparent. That's how I met your daddy. We were about to fight in church.
You heard?
We're about the same height, so.
But now you have an advantage, and that's called youth.
I appreciate that.
And TJ, so this would be like our early morning conversations. We'd be checking each other. I wouldn't be checking each other because I'm the diplomat.
She was the diplomat. I went in with him. I ended up winning, of course.
Keep in mind that Deidre's son is sitting here, so she can't say she checked. She's not being real transparent this morning.
And sometimes Johnson be letting loose with some words.
I have a very extensive vocabulary.
Yeah.
I don't mean that kind.
Oh, what do you
So
mean?
TJ, we will miss your daddy.
Oh, yeah. He's definitely going to leave a space.
Yep.
He's definitely going to leave a space.
And we've already decided he will not be replaced on the early morning crew.
Not at all.
Oh, that means a lot.
Yeah.
That means a lot. And from the way that he's raised us, he's, it's a constant. Everything that we do on a daily basis is such a constant. It doesn't even feel like he's gone for us.
Oh, wow.
That's beautiful.
He's implemented so many good habits. And then, even now, there's so much to be done, and it's still routine. It's just routine from things that we've done since we were children.
Yeah. So I do want to say one of the things we and the Memphis community in Shelby County, actually the state of Tennessee, value him greatly for is that he studied the laws. He studied his homework. He fought for his community. He wasn't just a person who wanted a soundbite or be at a press conference. GA literally worked. You can go and pull laws and bills, and you can see his work. And that is what matters. As I've listened to some people talk about, well, I don't see people out in the community. I don't see this. That I don't care about seeing them in the community. What I want to see is the product of their work. And we could see the product of GA's work in our community in Memphis, Shelby County, in the state of Tennessee. He was always fighting for what was right for us, all of us.
And then he would also ask your opinion. So he'd do his homework, and then he would say, what do you think about this piece of legislation? This is what I'm thinking I'm going to advance. And so that's the sign of a true public servant.
It is.
When you go out into the community and you want to know what people actually think before you advance it, right?
Right.
That was GA.
Right.
TJ, let me just say, I knew your grandfather, and when you talk about what your father instilled in you, I know what your grandfather instilled in your dad, and it's legacy. It's a legacy of professionalism, being perfect. Your grandfather was that kind of man.
Right. And that's becoming more and more clear now. That's becoming much, much, much more clear because our dad was, very insistent that this was something that he wanted us to carry on, that this was something that he wanted us to implement, and he wanted us to meet the people that knew him for so long. And we're realizing that that's part of knowing that we're an extension of our dad at this point.
Yep.
And your grandfather.
And when you reference the how active he was in the community, that's him giving people the opportunity to have transparency with the government.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
That's a huge situation right now. Is that there's very minimum transparency. There's plenty of surveillance. There's all of these there's all this information, but people don't know how to access that information.
So, do you think any of you all will run for office one day?
There's definitely a passion for policy and having an impact in Memphis or even in the U.S. in general. It's probably not wise to speak on the potential at the moment, but it is very possible in the future that we'll participate. We'll participate in public policy.
That's great.
That's a very good political answer itself.
Yeah, sounds like an elected official already.
That was one of those Cornel West walk the fence speeches.
Oh, wow. See, he would have loved to have heard that right there. That moment right there probably would have put a smile on his face.
Well, TJ, thank you so much for spending time with us today on Dialogue with Deidre.
And Johnson and Gale.
Oh, yeah, and Johnson and Gale. Of course, I have to say everybody's name on the Dialogue with Deidre show.
Yeah, it is a Dialogue with Deidre show. She got her own network. I'm proud of the sister girl.
I am too.
She got her own network, TJ, so she can say whatever she wants to on her show. And I can, too, because I'm her sister girl.
Yes.
Well, let me watch the words that I use, because this being live, and as much as we talk about politics and policy, I got to keep it political.
Well, we are recording too, and this will go up on YouTube on our network. But we just wanted you to know how much we love your dad and the legacy that he's left for you and for us. Yes. Because he was a true friend to us, and we will definitely miss him.
Yeah, he was ride or die.
Ride or die.
Ride or die.
Yep.
I appreciate that.
All right.
Definitely. All right.
All right.
Appreciate you guys.
All right. Talk to you later.
Thank you.
All righty. Bye-bye. Well, y'all, that's the youngest son. He has 2 sons and a daughter.
Yeah.
Al Willis, who calls himself TJ, and the daughter is Allison.
Yep. Well, this has been a great show. And we will miss our friend. Let's raise our mugs
to GA.
To State Representative G.A. Hardaway.
District 93.
District 93. We will miss you, our friend.
But I still got your voice.
And I still got your proclamations.
And I still have my award that you gave me, G.A.
I think he gave us one when we turned 20, the Carson Malone group.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, he did. He was always giving out proclamations.
No, I didn't get a proclamation. I got a resolution from the state.
But that's what I mean.
I think I got the same
thing.
I don't have to explain it.
You can't get to pass the man along.
No, but no.
Oh, pass the man along. Well,
no, we couldn't get that.
We didn't get the pass, but we got recognition for some other things.
I'm so glad.
For living, breathing, and existing.
We did. Okay. We got our own stuff. Okay.
Y'all see what we have to deal with. Deidre and I have to deal with it all day.
Oh, it's gonna get worse now because I got to take up GA slack.
Yes. Oh, this has been Dialogue with Deidre.
And
Dr. Johnson, Saulsberry, Gale, Jones, Carson. Thank you for watching.